Right, hopefully we get some people on. I thought, making a change from Phasmophobia, I'd carry on streaming this, because I didn't want to do all of this playthrough on a stream. So I'm exactly where I was last time. Yeah. Oh, alright, hype. Glad you're on. I was been playing with a blank fire earlier, but I had the annoying problem where I can't remember I've put a load of my safety headphones. So I've had to order some more, because obviously I wasn't dumb enough to fire the blank fire without any like hearing protection on, but this made me realise, oh yeah, I really need some good hearing protectors when I can't find my 3M ones. Yeah, good thanks. I've had a cold recently that stuck around for ages, but it's finally sort of going now, so I've been feeling a lot better the last few days, you know, more of an appetite, not as sore a throat, you know, more energy. But I know a load of other people, I think, that now have the cold I had, you know, like a week ago, that are now sort of feeling miserable and not wanting to see anyone. So, yeah, that's that. So I'm just going to carry on with this. And I need to watch all the videos you've sent me as well this week, because I should tomorrow have a load of free time, actually, to binge watch stuff. And typically loads of people start PMing me as soon as I'm on the stream, so I'm just going to reply to their messages quickly. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so let me just put my watch on to Do Not Disturb, and then I won't be bothered by people. There we go. Sleep mode on. That way I can actually just read the chat. Yeah, cheers. It's just that time of year now where you sort of get colds really easily, especially where I work, because like the air gets recycled a lot, because unfortunately even when places stop doing it because of Corona, they're all doing it now to save on heating bills and whatever else. You know, doing the thing of set air to recirculate closed doors sort of thing. Oh yeah, I mean, I've had it a while. I've had it like well over a year. It's just I've never had much of a chance to play with it. And it was only because somebody kept asking me to do a video on it that I did. But yeah, I like it. The only problem is the sight relief on the SUSAT doesn't quite fit with the G36. I'll probably take that off and swap it for another, like, you know, 2 or 3x sort of scope. Because I really like the SUSAT, but for me it needs to sit closer to my face. Also, because the SUSAT is stupidly stupidly heavy, it's like about an extra third of the weight of the G36 simply by having the SUSAT sight on it, because of just how much metal there is in it. So yeah, I'll probably just swap it for yeah, it's got that cool charging handle in the middle, hasn't it, which is ambidextrous. But yeah, HK I think make nice guns. The main problem was, I think if I remembered right, with the G36 is it tended to melt, didn't it? Like with early plastic versions, because it was from that period of time when nobody could design a good rifle. The French FAMAS rifles at the time were underpowered and would break if you put full power native ammunition into them. The G36s had the melting problems, the L85s had all the problems of breaking and falling apart, with the SUSAT being the only good bit. No, sadly it's not a real SUSAT, it's a really good replica of one, with a couple of added features, like it's got, you know, like an you know, like an inbuilt light illuminator. But essentially it's like not like a really cheap plasticky one, it's like a full metal and glass construction one that's built exactly like a real SUSAT. It's just not an actual SUSAT. Because I think they're normally like 600 quid to buy an actual SUSAT, which is way too much money for just, you know, a generic kind of ACOG style sight. But yeah. Anyway, I'm meant to be going down here, aren't I? I was just having a look around for more treasure. Yeah, like I said, sadly, it might be. Is that one of like the really high tier Chinese ones? Because if so, I think that's what it is. I think it's one of those like, you know, like properly high grade kind of enthusiast replicas that you can put on all the real guns and they work pretty well. But yeah, it's definitely not like one of those really cheapo copies, because, you know, everything, like the glass quality and everything's really good. And it's completely solid, like good metal construction on it. It's just, yeah, to get a real SUSAT, unfortunately, you have to spend shitloads of money. And then you have to spend even more if you want the adapter on it, like that one has, to fit it to, you know, like Picatinny rails and all those rails. Because the actual SUSAT was basically designed to fit on like a weird mounting system on the L85. And then, like, yeah, to fit the SUSAT on other things, they had to basically do the adapter thing that comes with that one I've got. Let me have a quick look though when you said about that. So, element scopes. Which series would it come under? Maybe immersive series? I don't know. No. Do they have a full list of products about rifle scopes? Or would it be reticles? I won't bother downloading their catalogue now because reticles maybe. No, that's just the actual rifle reticles. Because obviously the SUSAT one has the proper, like, SUSAT weird spike thing, like the old Trilux had before it. But yeah, I'll try and find out for you at some point. But like I was saying, all I know is it's like one of those really good kind of replica, kind of modernised ones. Oh, I do like the fact, though, saying about that element thing, they do the, like, rangefinder scopes. I'm always a real sucker for rangefinder scopes. But anyway, I'll go back to the chat now. I saw that they're switching to another AR-15 variant, you know, M16 type rifle. Alright, yeah, let me search Element SUSAT quickly then, and then I'll go back to playing the game. Ah, yeah, that looks a lot more like it. Full metal construction. I'm not sure of this one, because I can't see much information about it on their, It basically looks a lot like the that one, but just with the like extra like illuminated reticle bit, you know, where you can have the little battery on the side to actually have the little light in it, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's hard to tell just from looking at little pictures, because obviously anything that's meant to be roughly replica looking all looks pretty similar. Sadly not. I'm going to string it soon, and obviously not dry fire it for very obvious reasons, but even if the weather is awful like the next couple of days, like last couple of days have been, I'll at least get a chance to, you know, pull it back and then, you know, ease the string forward again to get some play with it, which will be good. But yeah, sadly, like I was saying to you, at the moment the weather's been shit every day. It's been pissing or rain or just really overcast. Well, bear in mind, Susats are older than ACOGs. Susats are essentially from the 80s. Well, they're probably even older if you count the Trilux as like the thing before the Susat. So yeah, the Susat isn't as good as like a modern reticle thing, but I like the Susat just because it's, you know, kind of one of those just clunky big metal scopes. But I really like those reticles, like the post-style reticles, whatever they call them. I wouldn't want that for really precise shooting, I just really like that style of reticle. You know, like the big needle-looking thing in the middle of it, if that makes sense. And should we pull the lever, or have I already done that? It's the problem when you start chatting to people, I forget what I have and haven't done in playing this. If they're dumb enough to walk into fire, I won't stop them. Yeah, because I think both the Trilux and Susat were from that period of time where it was like just having an optic on a rifle was considered a massive advantage. You know, because most infantry rifles back then were iron sights. So in like the 70s or 80s, the idea that you actually had a, you know, a 4x scope on your rifle, even if it wasn't a super precise, you know, like mil dot kind of, you know, ranging thing. Yeah, that was the joke about the L85, was that the SA-80 program was awful. The only good thing about the SA-80 was the scope that came with it, you know. You know, it's a shame that the rifle's an accessory to the scope kind of thing. Because, yeah, the Susat scope is really nice, like, for when it came out. You know, not many rifles in that period have had a 4 times, you know, very nice kind of good glass optic on them that, you know, you could drop and wouldn't break. That's the funny thing with the L85A1s. The Susat was probably stronger than any of the gun's components. But yeah, it's a product of its time. It's just, I really visually like them because they're just big clunky old scopes. Same as Trilux that they had for the FALs, but they're a lot rarer because they weren't issued to everybody with a FAL. You know, it was just, if you were lucky, you got a FAL with a Trilux on it. But what I've seen from like the 9-hole reviews things is if you have something like an SLR, say, with a Trilux, because you've just got that zoom factor yourself, I think the Trilux, given its name, is 3 times, not 4 times zoom. That still makes, you know, aiming, even if you're not adjusting any windage or using any advanced things of the scope, it still makes aiming at distance a lot easier because you can kind of visually see where you're hitting. Whereas if you're using iron sights at long distance, it's much harder working out what the target is and where your shots are landing without a spotter.
He really knows his way around this.
Oh yeah, I love the Soviet scopes for the rangefinders on, like the Dragunov ones and the AK-74 scopes. But yeah, there's something about the scopes of rangefinders on I really like. The idea that, you know, you can roughly estimate the range to a target by looking at kind of like a man-sized little picture at the bottom. Because again, even like the really old, what do you call it? I've got Steyr AUG or AUG. The thing I like about that is the fact that even back in the day, you know, those had the 1.5 or like the 3 or 4 times things. Mine's got the 1.5. But the cool thing about that, you'd say, what's the point in a 1.5 scope? Because, you know, it's not got much zoom. But you can have both eyes open and it works like a red dot without disrupting your vision. I don't actually know. I'll have to look that up because that's quite interesting, but yeah. The problem, like I said, with the L85 was I think a lot of it was rushed in because they decided they needed a 5.56 rifle. So it was one of those platforms that if they'd taken longer to develop it and spent more cost per unit, it would have actually been a really good ballpark from the start. But as a result, like the first generation was dog shit. And then eventually, you know, and again, HK was still owned by Britain at that point, weirdly. HK, although it was a German company, was like part of BAE, whatever it was. They had to get HK to fix it. Because of the fact that, you know, the first generation was literally made by people that were told they were being laid off for like really low cost per rifle. So even if they had like a cool future weapons program idea when they, you know, came up with the L85, it just turned out to be an awful weapons program. You know, well, it basically had to be fixed, and at that point its reputation was already destroyed. But as the L1A1 SLR, I think, had a big, chunky, like, Starlight style scope for it, I'm assuming they had one for the L85. Anyway, I'll try and play some of the game now, because I don't think I've done very much in the first 10 minutes of this stream. Most of their life they had iron sights, and then they had the predecessor to the Susat, which is called the Trilux. And the Trilux is literally like very similar to a Susat, although I think it's 3 not 4 times zoom. And it has the like needle bit of the post from the top, not the bottom. The logic being you don't obscure your target by having the like scope, you know, crosshair coming in from the top. But it's one of those things that over time they realised it's better coming in from the bottom. Yeah, again, Soviet gear is weird because some of it is made really cheaply and craply, and other stuff is very, like, ahead of its time. Yeah, because that's the problem, isn't it? That the optics on the AKs mounted on the side of the rail, didn't they? Like essentially the other side of where the like safety was, or like the fire selector, if I remember right.
It won't open.
Although side mounting the optic at that period of time was much better than doing a top cover mounted thing for sights, because it meant they don't mess about with dust covers deforming or whatever. Because that was the problem with the L1A1 and the FOW optics, is they're literally designed to mount into a dust cover. So you had to get one, like, you know, where the dust cover didn't get knocked about at all, or else it would mess up your sight picture every time. Do I have enough components to craft anything? Yes. Oh, that's a very easy one to do, this one, so I'll do that again.
So that's a request done and dusted. Well done. You've proven yourself right. Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate. What's that? How have we procured these curiosities?
We might actually go for the green herb one because what was I going to say? Because of the fact that herbs actually become a lot harder to get later in the game than some of the other stuff.
A wise choice. I know. I say that a lot, but I mean it.
Got anything to sell? Bill Bangle, no. And I'll win Lady other things before I sell them.
Won't do you much good. A deal well struck. That's good work. This kind of work is about finesse, stranger.
Oh, I need to save up a bit, don't I, to get the exclusive one, although I'm nearly there if I do the treasure thing. Okay, I have to look that up when I'm not on the stream so I can actually look at the pictures of it easily. Alright, let's just inlay whatever I've got into this one and then sell everything. I know it's not complete, but that's good enough for me to just get a load more money.
Welcome. I've got something new for you.
Alright, cool. Now, if we do tune up, I can get the pistol to increase power by 1.5x. It currently does 2.7 power. So does that mean now it says times 1.5, it's going to do what? Something like an extra 50% damage. So, or almost like get up to 4 or something damage.
I'll see. Dazzled, are you? Without the necessary fun, there you are. Come back anytime.
Oh, I need to actually change my case, don't I? I think I have to do that at a typewriter. Now I've got that other case, the herb one. Customise case, there we go. Change case, there we go. So we'll have the case that gives us more herbs. I am enjoying this pistol now it's fully overloaded because it's doing pretty insane damage to some of these enemies. I guess it's just sort of tune the damage up enough that ones that would sometimes need 2 shots to kill, you know, die in 1 shot, you know, ones that would have been 4 shots now 3 shots or 2 shots, that sort of thing. It'll be useful for the bosses, which is mainly the reason I want it. Just because, you know, some of the bosses will be much less of a pain in the arse if, you know, using less ammo and shots, you can quickly knock them down or whatever. But I am on New Game Plus, so this is a hell of a lot easier than last time. Because obviously every single thing I'm using is, got all the upgrades from last time. So, you know, when you start a new game, you've got, obviously, your ammo is conservation's better.
That should take care of the water. I hope.
I need more scrap, don't I, to actually make the things. What is that, the, oh, Nod 1. Oh, yeah. The only annoying thing of the YouTube chat on here, where I'm on my phone looking at it, is they've added like a like heart type thing that gets in the way of like a quarter of the comments that show up. What was that? A treasure sounding thing. Oh, that's one there. Ruby. This is one to the end of here to the right. It's that chest. What's the treasure down here it says about? Oh, it's one of the ones I need a key for, which I don't have. Oh, I did miss these crates though, so good thing I came back for those. Yeah, so I guess you either had an IR laser on the L85 or you had the scope actually attached to your night vision. Sorry, your rifle. Right, I need to find where the ladder is to get down here. Not that one, because that's the wrong side. I'll get the crossbow bolts and find another bit of treasure I missed while I'm here, if I can walk back. So yeah, get the blast arrows and then just sell them or whatever, because I'm not currently using the crossbow. Right, so where's the little thing in here? It said there was a treasure in here, assuming I can get back up if I've gone past it. Oh, is it that? Ah, yes, it was just that blue velvet in there. Right. Yeah, like I said, that's the problem with a lot of the early stuff, isn't it? That you either had that, like the head-mounted stuff, or the scopes as separate things, rather than having, you know, like the IR lasers and everything, which make a lot more sense. Or like you're saying, the modern things where you've got your like flashlight and visible laser and IR laser, which all are just on one unit, and IR torch as well, just on a rail, so you can just flick what you need on at a time, rather than each thing being a separate unit. Oh, it's where the merchant is, isn't it? The ladder I want. Oh, there's also a ladder there. Oh, I see, it's opposite the merchant ring. Right, I want to go, I think, this way first, because that's where that other bit was, so I can get back at that stuff that was behind the locked door. This is the bit. Let's use the last of my herbs. Yeah, I grabbed that treasure up the chest. Anyway, I want to go back down into the water again now. It depends what you want to use it for. If you're only ever using it with an IR illuminator, I just go for a digital unit, just because of how much cheaper they are. And bear in mind, like, the digital units are a hell of a lot better than they used to be a few years ago for the price. Just because they're, like, all, you know, coming out with security camera systems, if that makes sense. Oh, there was two of them. I'll get it hurt. But yeah, I'd say you have to get to Gen 2, Gen 2 Plus before night vision starts getting really, really kind of impressive. Before then, it's kind of like, oh, it's cool, but it's, you know, you'd have to want to have the money to sink into it, if that makes sense. Yeah,
Why not treat
like I was saying, it's because they're like collector's items as well as being there for utility.
something new for you?
Right, I want to sell the Viper, and I'm just going to sell all those.
Makes no difference in price. Stranger, I'll pay a pretty penny. Will that be now?
I was going to sell the bolts, wasn't I, as well?
A deal well suited. Come back anytime.
I might as well just save again while I'm here. And yeah, like I was saying, some of the cheap, like, IR, you know, like, they're kind of active IR units, you know, the ones that are used in, like, you know, doorbell cameras and security cameras and all that aren't bad for what they are. If you get them, you know, and you're just using it with an IR torch. Like, yeah, especially if you get one of those units, then buy a separate good, like, IR torch, you know, flashlight. You're going to see quite well with that, you know, it's just other people can see that you're using the IR if they've got night vision on, but they're not bad for what they are, as I said. Oh. Yeah, it is quite similar to Geiger counters. It's like, yeah, the really vintage ones don't necessarily have that awesome irradiation range for the price compared to some of the good, you know, like modern units that you can get, you know, like, considering like what a radio code, say 102 can do. I know it's not a Geiger counter, it's a spectrometer, but you know, what that can do for the money than some of the other, you know, like, cheaper, like, digital units on the market now. What they can do for the money is far better than, say, buying a CDV 700 or a DP5. Like, I think the DP5s and CDV 700s are cooler, you know, they look cooler, but the weight and size of them, you know, compared to the battery life they offer and everything else. Yeah, it'll be good if more and more of those then, what they're called, NNVTs start coming on the market. And that's the fish the merchant wants, so I won't eat him. Down now? That just looped me back round. Oh yeah, it just looped round. Okay. But I'm not going the way I want to go, am I? I want to go this way. Yep. The briefcase is somehow massively big, considering it's got like a full-on Steyr Mannlicher, you know, like World War I era massive rifle, tactical machine pistol with its stock, a shotgun without a stock, a Mauser C96 in there, a combat knife, load of ammo, a giant fish. Yeah. For a briefcase, that's a pretty damn big briefcase. Almost there.
Thanks for the directions, Louise.
If I remember right, I'll stop and just pause before I go in here. I think this is one of those rooms where you get ambushed by a load of enemies, so let me have a bit more of my energy drink, and then I'll carry on. How cheap do you mean by cheap? Because sometimes you can get FM12s for like £50, but I don't think there's much that's cheap when it comes to like decent quality 40mm NATO surplus at the moment. Like sometimes some of the stuff you can find on like AliExpress, if you get the decent stuff, is better than some of the stuff you can find as surplus now. Sadly you can't. I might run to the toilet in a minute though before I carry on. But yeah, sadly you can't slap your enemies with the fish. You can just eat them or sell them. So you're eating raw fish as well, which is a bit weird. But right, I'm just going to pop to the toilet, then I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. They're not dummy models, it's because they're police that use those LX Saints. They're not military models, they're just ones where the police bought them and it would indicate rank of the policeman wearing it. Yeah, but I don't know if I'd be comfortable eating a lot of raw meat and hoping not to get ill. I think it's mostly like raw chicken and pork, isn't it, that are the dodgy ones. But yeah, personally I wouldn't test eating raw meat to see if I get ill or not ill. But, you know, personal preferences. If you want to eat a raw fish, go for it. I mean, there's a lot of, like, food things I don't necessarily heat up, you know, like canned food that's pre-cooked, that most people seem to think you have to, you know, heat up. But all you're doing when you're doing that, you're not really cooking it, you're just warming it up. But yeah, so the FM12s, if you see the different coloured things on, they're complete legit masks. It's just that they were like police use ones or whatever, or like sold to companies, and it's like to indicate it's not a military like use thing, or it's to indicate rank. So, because, you know, like if you're a private company, you could say to Avon, could I buy 100 FM12s for my company or whatever, but they might say to you, like, because they're not military ones, do you want them with, like, say, a green, you know, or yellow sort of thing on the front, just to make it look more like an industrial kind of thing or whatever. But if you ever bought a replacement outset valve cover, you know, like the voice trumpet cover thing, you can just literally take it off and swap it for whatever colour you want. It is just literally a plastic cover. No, it's a real mask. Well, unless somebody out has got some weird cosplay one, but in general those are always real. Oh, I don't have any other herbs using it. use the first aid spray then, I guess. Right, should we use something a bit heavier? Let's use a TMT. Oh, it didn't give me the evade option, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's not going well. Oh, healing item, thank you. Craft mixed herb. There we go. Oh, let's make use of this grenade. And now let's use a flashbang to kill that thing behind the blind guy. That's got the flashbang. Never mind then. Yes, use flashbang. Oh, and yeah, I can craft that with the other one to make a full healing one again. But I won't use that just yet. Let's just get loads of handgun ammo. Actually, shotgun ammo. And I can still afford one more handgun ammo. I need to remember to use the shotgun, seeing as I've got it in my inventory, and it is literally designed for enemies like this. Oh, yeah, there we go. I always forget that the shotgun, if you've got it on you, is really good for boss enemies. I don't know why. No worries, Alex. Have a good day. Yeah, it's because she's a magic woman from a game litter picker. Although, because this game's made by Japanese people, arse and tits have jiggle in them, which I'm assuming is very sexist and not allowed in all the Western games now. Okay, use that. I can sell, that spare knife thing I've got in a second. Craft, I've got nothing to craft it with, I think. Yeah, hopefully there's another merchant coming up and I can trade some of my gear for more ammo again, or crafting materials or whatever, or healing items. Yeah, you can't get even a sensible outfit for her hype. Her default one is just like a red jumper that's really tight around her arse and tits. And then there's two variations of dresses like this that are the unlockable outfits. I don't know if there's anything else unlockable, but the point is she doesn't have anything suitable to wear. Because, like, again, in all these games, it's like, why isn't somebody just wearing a Kevlar vest with, like, maybe small plates on them and a load of pouches for ammunition, so they can carry more ammunition? No, dress like this.
I reserve just my other customer doesn't know. Well,
Oh, what's he got that I haven't?
got some rare
High power scope.
why not
Do I actually want that for my Steyr? Oh, laser sight. Yes, I want a laser sight. Or can I, oh, it can only be mounted onto the Punisher, which is a 5.7, which I really like. But I've already got the fully upgraded infinite rocket launcher, 1.5 million. And that's what the new thing is. Right, let's buy a first aid spray for £5 grand. I'm just going to buy a load of resources from them, actually.
always have this in stock, stranger.
Right, now we can sell him that Lord of the Waterway.
I knew you were a go-getter.
And I don't have any other things, do I? So I'll just sell all the gems. Don't really care if I'm not making the max profit for them.
A deal well struck.
And then we're going to tune up the knife again. Repair.
Good as new. Dazzled. Aye, you've exhausted our normal range of services for this weapon. If you're interested in something we're starting to get enough job well done deserves payment in kind. Got a selection.
And then we'll trade. I'll get that even if I'm not going to necessarily use it.
There's some things money.
No, actually, if it rips the things away, I might make some. But then I'll get some of those.
You can't go wrong with that.
I'm not going to use that attaché case, but I might as well claim it.
I mean it in a good way, of course. Anything else I can help? Get yourself killed now.
Right, so now let's storage thing that can change the charms. It's not a storage, is it? It's customized case. So I'll get rid of the SMG guy for what's he on the left? I've got him. We'll put him with Ada. Quick left. Yep, I know there's some very degenerate mods for Resident Evil, but I don't think I could ever play those, with, on YouTube and not have my channel banned. Right, save game. Right, craft. Let's craft as much ammo as possible. Let's get some shotgun shells, because I think this is coming up to a boss quite soon. Okay, that's all I've got to actually use at the moment, but that'll do. Right. I've got my herb ready for the boss and my first aid. So I'm going better prepared into a boss if it's coming up than I did last time when I played this. Although this wasn't the boss I found the most annoying, actually, the one coming up. Is there anything here? Oh, I see, that's the way I meant to go. Yeah. Yes, I'd agree there, Litter Picker. It's not schoolgirls and tentacles, is it? It's like tentacles and adult women, so...
This spot will do.
What, is an action camera one like a GoPro, or is it one that's really high frame rate? Because slow-mo cameras I always have a use for. But my old GoPro, I liked it, I just hated how bad the sound quality was, because, you'd never then use it for the mic. But the thing I do like with GoPros is, like, and things like that, is mounting them on stuff, for, like, first-person style videos. Because that would be really useful for some types of videos where, you want hands... You want like a camera in your left hand or whatever and a gun in your right, but you can't do it easily with let's just use the grenade straight away and deal some damage to him. Oh, here come the tentacles. I'll look at the comments again in a minute when I'm not going to immediately get killed by tentacle, big penis out the arse monster. Let's use you. No, we might as well get some use out of my rifle. Why does it have an M1 Garand style sight on it, or an M14 sight, or whatever it is? That's not what the Styre's sight looks like. I'll have to have a look at that hype when I'm not in a game to actually see what it does. But yeah, I mean, that's certainly the sort of thing I'd probably find a lot of useful, especially like with the blank firing type videos where you can then hold it first person, you know, and still get it in frame properly. Yeah, like you're saying, eBay depends, doesn't it? Because I've got night vision from eBay before. It just depends what somebody's selling. Either they've got something good, don't know what it is, and just want to sell it, you know, and you find it by accident, you know, or it's somebody who knows what it is and just doesn't want to charge a stupid amount for it. But yeah, at the other time you get people that will be selling like low-end night vision for silly high money. Let's pick up all the items from here before I leave, or finish the boss off. Yeah, I might just want to heal a moment so I don't instantly die if it does a strong attack. Oops, more ammo. Oh. I will legit be really happy when, you know, digital night vision gets good enough that it can compete with, say, Gen 2 units, and it's massively cheap.
I'm on my way. The Amber, Louise. Where is it? Thank you for the chance to duplicate it. What are you saying? I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm just your responsibility. You helped me on what I'm going to. Speaking of...
Oh, thank you very much, that's awesome. Oh yeah, cheers, thank you, yeah, because my birthday's only a couple of weeks away, so yeah, thank you, that's really nice of you, thank you. Because like I said, it's the sort of thing I can definitely make use of, especially if they're a lot better than the old GoPros used to be. Bear in mind, I can't even remember the model of GoPro I had, but I had it years and years ago, as in, like, you know, a couple of years into having my channel, so it was whatever, like, the GoPro from 2014 or 2015 was, something like that. Oh, that's reminded me, I need to actually have a look and see if, because I think it's Vegas 12, the one I use for all my YouTube video editing, but that's quite old now, so I need to see if there's a newer, decent priced version of Vegas to get, because the problem with Vegas 12 now, it doesn't have as good support for, you know, like modern GPUs and CPUs and certain video formats.
After all, I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, you should.
They better drop something after that. Oh no, I want to go down. I think they are. Yeah. Oh, only handgun ammo, okay. Might as well use one of those and get my health back up to full.
How do you get over there so fast?
I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 4 is a lot older than Baldur's Gate 3. Especially because this is a remake of, you know, a game from, like, 2003, 2004, something like that. Ah, cool, yeah. Like I said, I'm meant to be binge-watching your videos, so that'll give me a good idea. Is that the low-light one? Oh, cheers, thank you. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier having, obviously, the head mount kit, because you can actually... Because what I'll probably do as soon as I get that is go back to a load of my old, like, DAC guns and, like, obsolete calibers and actually do a thing like playing with the actions and magazine in first person. Because obviously when you've got a head-mounted camera, it's much easier to just hold the gun normally with two hands and, you know, like, demonstrate stuff like how the mag's release works and stuff like that. like, I've still got my GoPro somewhere, but I have no clue where it is, and like I said, it's not great quality, and the sound is absolutely awful on the old GoPro. You basically had to record with a separate microphone, and then, you know, try and combine the audio. Excellent, yeah, saying that's certainly the thing I sort of want one for, is stuff like that. Because there's a lot of stuff like that where, like, the archery videos and that I can certainly get around to doing more often just by having a camera like that, because it just makes it so much easier to film without a lot, you know, a lot less messing about. Like, you know, trying to aim a bow with a tripod right next to it to get a certain kind of angle of shot. I am going to redo the gate. I'm just waiting for these guys to come up so I can kill them and get their ammo. Is that all of them? Okay. Oh, 2005. Okay, so yeah, not too far off. These guys will just have to wait because I'm going through the gate. Well, as in not fight them at all, but I can't be bothered to kill them. You know, then go back and reopen that gate again.
Got some new wares, stranger. Welcome. Still have some new items you might be interested in. You're about a deal well struck. You'll get some bang for your buck, I guarantee it.
That actually sounds quite a useful one.
All yours, stranger. Knowledge is power. Remember that, mate.
Tune up, repair my knife.
Good luck to you, stranger. I'll keep a lookout for items.
Alright, have a safe flight tomorrow. No, not at the moment. It depends if any of my mates are free around the time, and then I might do something. But at the moment, I've got nothing planned, in all honesty. I needed to actually attach that thing to my case, didn't I? Oh, well, I'll do that in a minute.
You're sure to find something.
So I want to do customize case, and we'll change that guy on the right, handgun ammo craft bonus frequency. We'll change that to I'll do that quick. Right. Yeah, melee critical chance rate. So I'm assuming that's like every 1 in 5 melee hits, or whatever. I have now have a chance of insta killing them, or if it was, well, it's obviously higher than 0% to begin with, but yeah, this means you're more likely to insta kill an enemy in a melee attack, which is actually pretty useful for saving ammo. Oh, there we go. So that's that attack. Yeah, that's pretty useful. yeah, once I get to the end of this chapter, I'll head off the stream, because I think it's quite a good place to stop when I get to the end there, because I think it's where the island bit starts. So she can't somehow use a magic grappling hook to get up there. Oh, was that one of the things? Yeah. Right, I want to see what's back here. And there's not one of these things up here. Right. Just keep checking for those bugs, because obviously if I find and destroy all of them I get that reward, so just want to keep checking the ceiling that there's not like a slightly mismatched bit of colour somewhere. I can't see any more the way I've been, so maybe there's only one in there and then two out here. It's nice of them to leave conveniently exploding barrels near themselves.
A clean strike.
I'm just seeing if there was any of those bugs visible anywhere on the rocks, but I can't see any. Oh, there's one up there I just noticed, on the wall. Oh, I'm dead. that's a waste of ammo at the moment. I'm not wanting to get overrun by these guys again. Let's go. I've no idea where that guy comes from that's just coming up the stairs now, seeing as we killed everyone there a minute ago. No more bugs visible on that wall or any other walls. That worked, huh? Right, let's go up again and see if there's any bugs before we get to the next, not load screen, but section of the map. Because I'm assuming I don't want to go up there till I found the last one. Yeah, never mind, let's just do it. Don't want to stick around for ages just looking for one of those camouflage bugs. Bear in mind I'm on New Game Plus, so it's a lot easier in the sense that I already have good gear, so I don't need to upgrade stuff as much. The first time you play through it, you're a lot more strapped for cash in terms of buying stuff with it. Oh, unless this bit as well might still count for where I was. No bugs on that grey wall up there. I'll let me get down to this bit. Probably missed the other one that was meant to be somewhere. I'm assuming the treasure over there it says I'm meant to be looking at is on a different floor.
Has possession of the ammo.
You continue to disappoint me.
I'll have it back before long.
See that you do. The mission must proceed as planned.
Understood. Gotta keep the client happy.
I don't even bother with that save point because I'm pretty sure it's really close to the next one anyway. Come on, hit him. Oh, never mind. Oh, let's see what that other treasure was before I miss it. That's what knows. Crafting materials. Oh, yeah. Hang on. And I'll just keep the shotgun ammo for when I actually fight bosses, otherwise it's a bit of a waste. What was that? Oh, this saying the case generated me a green herb, wasn't it? That's what the Right, when this cutscene ends, I think it's the end of the chapter, and then I'll finish the stream. Then I need to get some lunch, or dinner, because I'm quite hungry.
Looking for something?
Oh, there we go. Good timing. So the rest of the cutscene's after this bit, so I'll just save here, and then that will be when I start the next stream tomorrow. I might even be able to finish this tomorrow, actually, on one stream. Right. There we go. Right, thanks for watching, everybody. Yep. See you, JJ. Have a good evening, everybody.